Carmen Sandiego.
This is a sick breakdown. Someone stole our song. Alright, it goes on like that. Welcome, Gumshoes, to Question Block, Carmen Sandiego edition.
Yes, my edition, because I stole it.
Yeah, we're stealing it right now from, National Public Broadcasting. So in a way, we've already paid for it, haven't we? And I believe this was included with the license with the Border Bun software game when my family bought it back in like 1992.
With the magnifying glass, or?
I think a magnifying glass came with the game. Actually, yeah. This is the magnifying glass. So yeah, welcome. You guys probably know that this is Question Block. It's a show where we talk to our guests about whatever the topical theme is for the week. And I guess we're all going to pretend that you are children on a 90s game show.
Wait, they're not children?
Well, yeah. We're going to welcome you, children, as aspiring young gumshoes trying to make detectives to track down Carmen Sandiego, who we all know is the dastardly thief who steals national monuments.
Oh my gosh, Richard!
Hey, Richard!
What's up?
Carmen stole the concept. I think she stole just all sushi from China at some point.
Oh yeah, I actually have a list of everything I stole. I can grab it. You keep talking.
Oh yeah, the itinerary.
Yes.
Yeah, I do remember on one show, she at least is trying to hide the monuments in Monument Valley. Thank you, Rich.
Oh yeah.
But it's not clear where she puts like all the sushi in Japan when she steals it, or like, yeah, I think like the concept of like Taoism that she steals. Some point.
Or there was something that was like it was like the Nile Delta or something.
Yeah, where would you even put that if you steal it? I mean, talk to the imperialist countries. Yeah, no, I guess like Britain did steal India. So and hey, a bunch of immigrants stole this country. So there you go. Maybe the game was about imperialism the whole time.
Possibly.
Possibly.
Well, did you play the computer game or watch the TV show?
Both. Yeah, the TV show is the only reasonable thing on.
Oh, okay.
On PBS.
I have everything that I stole.
On weekday afternoons.
Whenever we want to go over that.
Yeah, let us know. Tell us a couple things. Yikes, this globe is better.
It's been stolen!
Yeah.
It's a stolen globe.
I'm trying to see how current this map is. You do have the...
Oh, we have the magnifying glass.
It's got the Soviet... Yeah, it does have all the former Soviet republics.
You know what else? It's a pencil sharpener.
No way.
Yep.
Wow. Very impressive. Computer game was the best thing in many school labs. We can talk about it. It actually wasn't intended to be an educational game.
So,
we researched. We snooped around and dug up some history on the game of Carmen Sandiego.
This list is really long. I'm gonna say 10 things every now and then. It's 50 things.
Say 10 things I stole.
Yeah, 10 things I stole. 10 things I stole about you.
Yeah. What do you got? Let's hear them.
The Khyber Pass, the steps to the tango.
What are the steps? Oh, the dance.
The steps. Yeah, the steps
the dance,
to the tango.
The tango. Amazing.
Uluru. Uluru, I don't know what it is, and I stole it. So
I think that's an ancient city, maybe.
The baton used to lead the Vienna Boys Choir.
Okay.
The fish from half of Lake Titicaca, LOL, which is like a really funny name.
Oh, what did they say? They were like, we're titillated by this one.
Titicaca, I mean, come on.
Famously, the game used a lot of great wordplay.
The plans for this year's Carnival. The Silver Pagoda. The game-winning puck from the first Stanley Cup. The Strait of Magellan, and the keys to the Forbidden City. So those are the first 10 things that I've stolen. There's 40 more.
Wow.
I've been
Really?
stealing.
Really unlocked that list.
Yes.
Man, these, even sitting down, these
It
pants
might-
are just up
Richard,
around
it
my
might be
nipples
on.
at this
You'll have
point.
to stay tuned to hear more things that I've stolen.
Yeah. The Louvre and most of the things that are probably in there. Well, anyway, should we talk a little bit about history of the game? You want to go to guess? What do you want to do?
Well, can we talk about our own experiences playing it first?
Oh,
A little bit?
Yeah. Go ahead. Tell us about.
So I remember getting really frantic over because so basically the computer game Go Places.
Ariel famously born in like 2008.
Yeah.
So.
The Great Recession.
Yeah, you were. So yeah, when you were playing the
Recession,
game
baby.
when you discovered the game a couple years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
What happened?
Yeah. So you go to a place. You'd be looking for me, Carmen Sandiego. And you'd stop different people, and they would say, "Oh, the person you're looking for was just talking about like going to Mount Fuji, and then Fiji, and then you'd have to like know where Mount Fiji was, and then you'd go there until you
Fiji
tracked.
is the country.
Oh, Mount Fuji. Okay, I was right the first time. I doubted myself.
Okay. Yeah, and that's the kind of thing that will let the criminal get away. So you can't do that.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. But I am the criminal. So.
Oh, true. So there you go. So it was a red herring.
Get it? A red herring.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's it. And then, you just had to construct a bunch of... during the game, you also had to collect information about the person you were chasing so that you could get a warrant for their arrest.
Right.
The game did follow due process.
And then if you got really good, then you would get a chance to capture me.
Yes. And the game came with a full world almanac, which was really great because
they didn't have Wikipedia.
Yeah, we take it for granted having Wikipedia and that we have traveled to places, so we know a bunch of factoids about countries. But imagine being like 6 years old, and you have no idea what the world looks like.
That I would because you're on the clock, and I remember
there's a
getting Oh, shut up! He's so smart. He's so smart. It's like terrible. Oh, so hey, welcome. We're talking about Carmen Sandiego and travel. And also stuff that maybe you've stolen.
Wait, so you did tell me that you beat the game.
I did, and I was so excited.
I never did. I don't think I ever had the patience to play it.
Okay, yeah, but I would get frantic over it, and I would like scream at my mom. Thanks, Mom. And I'd be like,
she comes into the room with snacks or something.
Well, I would be like, I have 1 minute left. I need to know, like, where, and she's like, I don't, because a lot of the questions were really she's like, confirmed. It was really arbitrary.
Where is the Khyber Pass? Yeah.
Well, yeah, because sometimes they would talk about the money, like the currency of the places.
Yeah, dirhams.
They would be like, oh, well,
Dubai's currency.
She said that she was going to a place where, like, they spoke this, and I would just get really frantic about it. But I did capture Carmen Sandiego,
nice.
aka me.
So you got a bunch of facts, and then the game famously spun off into all sorts of other things. So there's a Where in Space is Carmen Sandiego.
Where in Time?
Where in Time I did play.
My mom goes snacks. No, literally, cigarettes. I would just scream.
She brought you cigarettes.
I'd be like, help! So, yeah, I never even knew there was a TV show until we started researching.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I didn't know.
Oh, yeah, I would watch it with my older sister. I think we would get home from school, and it was like an afternoon thing, and we would be like. Yeah, and all the other we didn't have cable. We'd have the TV with the antenna in the back, and so all the other channels came in pretty well. And PBS came in. It was always fuzzy and terrible quality, and then we'd still watch the show. It's good. There was a Nickelodeon game show.
Yeah.
Did it move? The game show that I saw was actually from
PBS.
National Geographic. Did the game show. After they did a survey and found that a quarter of Americans couldn't locate the Pacific Ocean on a map.
The Pacific Ocean?
Yeah, this Pacific?
The Pacific
Yeah, they
Ocean?
couldn't find the Pacific Ocean on the map, and they were, they were not peaceful about that fact. they got pretty upset.
Well,
So they paid to like do this game show.
The FCC, there was a rule, and it was like
it was on Nickelodeon too.
It was the capital. Well, this is when that happened though. There's like a rule in the FCC that you have to have educational programming, which is I think why at the Animaniacs they would do that like 1 minute segment of like all the informations.
Those are some of the funniest bits on Animaniacs.
Because they had to, I think.
They had one about the theory of relativity. It was great.
So.
And Lake Titicaca.
You have to because it's so funny.
Sequence about Lake Titicaca.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess they did it. There was no rule that you couldn't satirize like the concept while you were doing it.
Yeah. So I think that's when Carmen Sandiego went to Nickelodeon because they were like, "Yo, we need
Double Dare's not cutting it."
Yeah, so getting slimed.
Getting slimed and throwing eggs at your partner is not.
Well, what were they doing? They were throwing eggs at them while.
There were a lot of your partner's blindfolded and had symbols from a marching band.
Symbols, and they had to smash.
Well, you threw eggs at them and they tried to smash them.
Oh yeah.
No, I'm a detective.
He's a detective. He's a detective.
Like the eggs they threw on Double Dare.
Yes, he's not the chief.
Not the chief.
The chief was played by Lynn Thigpen, right? Thigpen.
Yeah, Thigpen.
And she would always like go like this at the end, like she'd be like,
"Oh, it works on your eye. You can't see because the back of your eye looks huge."
She would be like.
But
she'd be like, "Gumshoe, good work."
Iconic character because there was no chief in the original game. You would just get your assignment on a typewriter.
From the computer, yeah.
On the computer game.
That's the game that you like better because you like talking to computers.
Oh, maybe Richard's kid. His first day of in-person school tomorrow. Maybe he'll be playing.
Okay. Ooh. Yeah.
Go for it. Get him ready to learn.
Make him go to sleep so that he can.
So he's a good mother.
He can find Lake Titicaca tomorrow.
Yeah. So he can become a gumshoe.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the host was just like the detective in charge of new recruits, and the idea was that the game show contestants were auditioning to be detectives for Acme.
Yes.
Like the global organization.
Which it stood for something, I forget what.
Apparently, its only job is to hunt down Carmen Sandiego, because at some point they said, "There's only one sleuth. We'll be hunting down."
And apparently I defected from Acme to form my own company called Vile.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Carmen Sandiego has her own warring syndicate called Vile.
Yep.
Yeah.
Which stands for something else. But yeah, then there's a show on
Villains in Landmark something. Yeah.
I don't know. But there is a cartoon now that apparently
Netflix just recently did a cartoon last year.
Yeah, which is like I feel like is like it takes all the fun out of it because they made Carmen Sandiego good.
Well, it's her as a teenager, whereas
no, they made her good.
Yeah, but it's her story as a teenager.
No,
Yeah, she is a teenager.
I watched one of the episodes.
She's a teenager.
She's not. I watched they just make her look younger so that people can like relate to her.
She's totally a teenager.
I literally watched one of the episodes and she's not.
Doesn't it take place at school?
No, no, it doesn't. I watched one of the episodes.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh!
I read the summary of the show on Wikipedia. So.
No, the people play. There's two. The gumshoes are like two children, and that's where you're getting that thing. But they team up with Carmen Sandiego, she was good. Then she defected to Vile. Then she got bad. Then she got bad, but then she got bored of being bad, so now she's infiltrating them, and she's good, and the kids are like teamed up with her. It's just, it's really dumb. I think, because they were like, well, we want girls to relate to like a female hero instead of a villain, but I think she's way cooler as a villain. It's kind of boring. The show is kind of boring.
Oh yeah, do you want to talk about the very first formation of the game from Borderbund? Is that they were just coming up with any kid's game, and it was like the late '80s, so the technology wasn't the greatest, and they hired like a scriptwriter who later became an officer in the Foreign Service and did serve as a diplomat. But the guy they hired wrote like the script for the game Where was it? It was like by the like UC Santa Barbara pool, just like over the course of the summer while he was hanging out. I guess he was probably an academic or something, a grad student, who knows. But anyway, he came up with all sorts of villain names, which is why in the game they have names like Patty Larceny.
Oh yeah,
Most
those are
of
the
them are-
other. Those are
yeah.
the other people that you try and catch.
Yeah, there's lots of like minor criminals who work for Carmen Sandiego, and they all have joke names for the most part. So like, she's actually the only person who doesn't have a joke name.
Oh yeah, well she's the. Let's see, her name is part Carmen Miranda, and like obviously San Diego.
Yeah.
But
there's like Robin Goods or whatever, or I don't know, Robin Treasures is like one of
Yeah.
their names, or like, yeah.
Well, oh, let's come up with another one. On the spot, go.
They're kind of hard.
Well, crap. I was gonna say Lisa Toyota, but that's it's just a drag queen name.
Yeah, drag queen names actually overlap a lot with it.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
I'm sure there is like a Penny Larceny out there. Oh, damn it! I'm like, oh no, Penny Pincher. That's what it was. It was Penny Pincher. Yeah.
Okay.
I don't think they have like Petty. They're all grand.
Yeah, you could be like Graham Larceny.
Yeah, I like that.
Graham, I don't even know. Graham Theftido.
Yeah, Robin's definitely a good one. You gotta have a lot of Robin.
They had a bunch. They really worked on it for the game. But anyway, that's Carmen Sandiego was the one normal name. The game creators liked it so much that she became the central character.
She was cool. But we're also talking about travel too.
Does this tiny globe have a state of Palestine?
Let's see. Use the magnifying. Oh yeah, no one can see that you're looking at a tiny globe.
Oh, hold the tiny globe. Hold the tiny globe. Looking at bringing world politics into this. You want to see, where is the capital of Israel in Tel Aviv? Or is it Jerusalem?
Spin that globe.
No, I'm trying to look at the Middle East here.
Yeah. There's dead air right now. Well, hey.
I'm sorry.
Hello.
I don't even think Israel's labeled on this.
We're
thing.
talking about where in the world is
Yikes.
Carmen Sandiego.
Anti-Semitic globe. I think it's just too tiny. But yeah, let's talk. We're going to talk about travel as well.
Yeah.
It's just stories. Should we bring on a guest to talk about
And
travel?
stealing stuff too.
Okay, yeah.
Did you steal?
Yeah, I stole something.
What'd you steal?
Not much though, for the most part. We'd always steal stickers from Hot Topic, and there's a store in the mall called the Varsity Store,
Yeah.
and they had like the best stickers, and they had a huge bin of them. So we'd just be like sorting them, and one would just kind of slip into
Hello.
your pocket.
Just saying hi to people in Philly.
Okay.
Hi.
How about you?
Yes, I stole all the
You
time.
stole, like
I
makeup?
No, I didn't steal makeup. Ever since I was a kid, like when I was a little kid, I would put the stuff at my school, like the crafts, like the buttons and stuff in my shoe, and take that home as practice. And then I used to steal everything from American Apparel, like literally like everything. I would just rob them blind. Yeah, because they had a policy that they would rather people steal and like wear their stuff than like install the security things.
Nice.
And so like once me and my friends like caught wind of this, we were like,
now
we are stealing.
Now we're
them.
also models for American
Yep.
Apparel.
And we would go in there with like we'd be wearing like giant down jackets, and then just like it was all leggings. So you just put on like 50 pairs of leggings. You take the tags off, and they always dressing rooms had little pictures of like.
Did you bring like little nail clippers to clip the tags? Don't they put the special little plastic thing?
No, this is what I'm saying. Deb Charney was like.
No. Yeah.
Yeah.
it was
Oh,
like,
we're talking.
Let's make it easy.
Deb Charney was like, I'd rather not like spend money on installing like all that stuff. The clothes, he's like, the clothes aren't worth that much.
That's a good point too, though. Yeah, like the anti-theft deterrence and paying someone's salary to like be your security person.
Yeah,
or
he was
whatever
like,
is probably
nah.
possibly more expensive than the
So-
non-stuff dealers.
And he was like, he was like, American Apparel is for like the rebels that would steal American Apparel. So yeah, but all the dressing rooms had these posters in them, these picture frames, and we'd take the tags off. It was just paper tag, and we'd stick it behind the picture frame. And when you would do that, you would feel that there were like thousands of other tags behind there.
Nice.
So yeah, yep. So that was stealing, and I never got caught.
I once stole. There was a really horrific piece of art in a bar in my college town, and I stole the art from the bar. It was a picture of like a a dog clown person. It was really horrifying, and it was like in a booth where my friends and I were sitting. I was like, I have to have this, and it was actually screwed into the wall, like through the picture frame. But because I know the game, I had brought a little screwdriver with me.
Wait,
and
you thought of this ahead of time?
No, I just happened to have it like in my bag. I have like a little pocket screwdriver, so I unscrewed it and then like stuffed it into my jacket. And then it turned out actually what's real funny is a buddy of mine was more of an acquaintance, not a good friend, but he was working the door as I was leaving, and you could I had a light jacket, you could kind of see the square outline. It was like, hey dude, what's going on? And I was like, oh, just heading out. He was like, are you like stealing art from the bar right now? And I was like, we can talk about it later.
That's so funny.
And so then he let me go. And then I think I gifted it to someone for their birthday as a gag gift. I didn't actually want the terrible.
Was it him?
painting.
That would be so funny.
I should have. His name was BJ, by the way.
Oh.
Guy.
Like just like Lake Titicaca.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm just giving it to someone. It's probably still out there, somewhere in Charlottesville. It's absolutely horrible painting.
That is very similar to like. There's, damn it. We will. Just while you're on the subject of unscrewing paintings, because I've listened to like so many stories about stealing stuff.
Yeah.
Podcasts, educational.
You're gonna tell us about a caper?
No. Yeah, and I forget everyone's name of this stuff because, no offense, but like these podcasts were really boring and like it was really hard for me to pay attention to it.
Yeah.
But there was a painting thief who was pretty famous, and he like would just steal paintings because he liked them, and he did it exactly that way. He like would go to a museum and he would just take the painting like it was no big deal and just take it, because this was like in the olden time where they like didn't have.
Well, museums they don't screw the paintings to the walls in most museums.
Well, one of them it was nailed to the wall, and he like had his girlfriend distract a guard or something, and then like he took it, and he had all these paintings in his mom's house, and he would like turn the lights off. Oh, sweet!
It does work.
He would turn the lights off, so that his mom didn't know that like he had mad paintings up there, and then eventually he got arrested, and his mom destroyed the paintings, and she said it was because she was mad at him for like lying to her, but really we all know she was like protecting his ass.
Yeah, she was hiding the evidence.
Yeah.
Nice.
She just like destroyed mad paintings that were awesome.
Oh, like Price's
Yep.
Nice.
She was like, how dare you keep secrets in my own attic? Okay, so yeah, should we go live with someone?
Yeah, let's get some travel stories.
Woo! Okay. I think.
Let's go with that.
Let's see.
Oh, they made this better. The interface is like way better to go live now.
Yeah, with the new iPad phone software. Hello.
Oh.
Who are you?
Oh, okay.
Wow.
We were.
Travel shit.
Oh, travel shit. Did you steal that shit? Oh my gosh. Wow. Oh, we love.
Let's go through the stamps and the passport.
You were so on top of it. You get an
And
A.
put the light on, although it doesn't do any good. This is my newer passport, so this has.
Oh my god, it's like full.
Yeah.
I actually got the super thick one because I travel a lot.
Yeah, you got the inserts.
I didn't
extra
even
pages.
know that was an option.
Yeah.
Mine
Yeah, you have to ask for extra pages, and I did because otherwise, I look ridiculous, right? Maybe that. No. The last things were my last really big trip, which I'm so fucking I wish it weren't the last one. But this I went to Indonesia and stuff, and places. And I found
Oh,
your
here,
passport,
wait.
Ariel.
I have trivia.
Oh, you're gonna
About-
ask her trivia about Indonesia?
Yes.
Let's do it.
Or that can travel. I'm pretty good at that too.
Here,
Go
I'm
ahead.
gonna find Indonesia. Here, keep telling us. I'm gonna
Okay.
just look
All right.
down.
Just for like a travel theft overlap,
Oh.
because I've thought about like how many things I've stolen, and I'm like, a story or joke, somebody's heart thing. Yeah. Otherwise, I'm not
Nice.
really a big theft person. But when we would travel as kids, this was back in the day when you could like smoke anywhere, and every hotel that we used to travel with my parents, we would go to like European cities mostly, and my parents had an ashtray collection. It'd be like steal the ashtray from the hotel. I still have the ashtray from the Margaret Virginia Hotel.
Wow,
That
rude.
kind of stuff. Right, so my brother and I, because we were kids, we were like, oh, when you travel, you just steal shit. So my parents got us an apartment during the 60s or early 70s in London.
Found it.
And it was like an Airbnb kind of thing. My brother and I are like, well, when you're traveling, you just steal shit. So we got back to the U.S. My parents opened the bag, and there was the little sign on the door that tells you the hotel rate. We'd stolen that. The salt shakers. We just
Yeah.
thought,
You emptied out.
when you go on vacation, you just take shit, and then when you get home, those are your souvenirs. And they were like, holy crap, when they find out, like, if we could have put the chairs in the suitcase, we would have.
Nice. You just
We
emptied
didn't
out.
understand that, no, it was just the ashtray is like that.
It's just like the one thing I love. Yeah.
Yeah.
Steal all the things.
Anyway,
It's funny
we
because
stole all kinds of useless shit from hotels.
It's funny because your dad he got me started on the stealing.
I know. The
It's-
Grinching.
Yeah. He was
Grinch.
like,
Yeah.
he would just be like, just put this in your. He told me to put stuff in my shoe.
Yeah, you'd come home from nursery school, there's shit in your shoe.
I was
Or not
limping.
shit,
Yeah,
Yeah.
I would be limping.
But like diamonds and
Yeah, little beads.
Yeah, teacher's earrings.
beads
Yeah.
and Lego pieces.
Yeah, we would steal from FAO Shorts because
Yep.
he told me it was
Which is, I think, legit because they would charge like
Yeah.
$900 for a plastic car.
well, yeah, because
Yeah.
someone told me that it was a museum and not a store,
Yeah,
Um,
I know who that was.
and I was really sad.
No, Schwartz Museum.
I was
What'd
really
you do? Look.
yeah, I was really sad that I couldn't buy stuff from it. But my grandfather
Well,
was
there was
like,
a gift shop at the checkout counter. Remember?
yeah, but that stuff sucked. So they would
Oh,
have all the.
and, like the
It was like a
Schwartz
pen. It was like an
Okay.
eraser. It was like this, like.
No, the little families that came in the boxes.
Oh, that was in the gift
Balloon.
shop? Okay, I didn't know that was, but yeah, it was literally like, here, it's a pencil sharpener.
So
Really?
did you steal like a giant, like, 500
No,
pound teddy bear?
I
from
would
FAO
put like the
Shorts?
Lego, like, because they did have like Lego displays, so I would just shove as many, like, I'd be playing with them, and then I'd just be like, yeah.
Nice.
Oh yeah, so I have some Indonesia trivia
Really, I
questions.
really want to know the answer, but go ahead.
Okay.
I feel like Trump, like I need more under eye concealer.
No, you look great. Look,
Okay.
you could just put your hat if you don't like. Yeah, you could just do that if you're
That's
because
right.
it keeps
That's right.
happening
Go
to
ahead,
me
I'm
by
not
accident, and I'm like, I spend so much time on my eye makeup. So the opposite.
Yeah, I just took Pilates, so.
Wait, the problem is these are all facts. These are all just facts about it.
No, okay. So what is the capital and largest city of Indonesia?
Jakarta?
Yes.
Yeah.
Woo! I wish we
Yeah.
had like
I
a.
got experience there, so go ahead.
What do you get? You get crime bucks or something?
Yeah,
on
you
this
get
show?
Oh God, we have.
Where's our fake money?
Should we get? Do you want to ask a couple of these trivia questions? Yeah. So you
Oh,
just
some more. Okay.
yeah. So we'll give you a reward. Hang on.
Okay. So here's your next trivia question about Indonesia.
Okay.
All right. So this is going to be a multiple choice question. It's A, B, or C. So there are approximately how many people living in Indonesia? Option A, 150 million. Option B, 250 million. Option C, 400 million.
What do you mean by living?
How many? What's the population?
I'm joking.
I don't know why they phrased it that way. What's the population of Indonesia?
Living? I'm going to go with the lowest number.
You said 150 million, option A. It is actually B. 250 million people live in Indonesia.
At least I didn't overestimate, which I feel.
Yeah, it is the world's fourth most populous nation. Think about that. It's like what? China, India, America, and Indonesia.
And China, I'm sure, is one of them.
Yeah, yeah. China would be, I think, number 1, followed by India.
Right.
All right. Ooh.
And
okay.
And then
Wait.
after that, like, my building.
Yes. Nice.
There's your
there's
some
your crime
bucks.
Thank you. I'm gonna buy nothing with that. That'll be good. No, because I don't need anything.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you want to ask another question?
Well, that's one more.
Yeah.
What is the prize for children who win on the game Where in the World is Carmen Sandiego?
Oh, yeah. That's
And that's not even multiple choice. You just gotta
No.
exactly guess it.
yes.
It's basically, have you seen the show?
Or guess.
I mean, so they're gonna win this prize, but it's gonna be online, so they're not gonna win like a car.
Oh no! This is
They're
the
gonna
game
win,
show.
like,
This
a
is
badge or
the game
a
show.
star.
The game show.
The game show on
Oh
television.
my gosh! Hey.
The game show that used to be on TV.
I didn't know there was one. Okay, so a ticket to nowhere.
Oh, that's close.
Oh, a ticket to a city they want to go to.
That is
Yes!
pretty much correct. They won a ticket to anywhere within the continental United States.
Cool. So not anywhere they want to go to.
Yeah, so ticket to nowhere, basically.
Ticket to nowhere was
But, like-
right in the first place.
But the game was so hard to win because they had a giant map that was like upside down, and they had to put
Scholarship would be good too, but no, not even
Oh.
that. Just
They
like
had a giant map,
Would not
and
be
they
going
had to
anywhere
like
with that.
name all the places in the map.
I don't think it even included like all expenses paid, like a hotel or
Wait,
anything.
can
I
we
think
talk
we
about
just
how hard it was to
Wait,
win?
just plane fare?
I think it was just a bus ticket. That
Can we
was
talk
it.
about how difficult?
That's all
Wait.
you got.
Can we
What?
talk about how hard it was to win though? Like what they had to
I
do.
mean, if you know your capitals, it wasn't.
No,
that
but
hard.
they had these giant things that were like really the size of them, and they had like a minute to like.
You get 45 seconds to carry basically a parking cone onto a pretty giant, like 50-foot by 50-foot map, and set it onto the correct country for a capital. And you have to do
For a
8 of
continent,
them.
right? Or the capital for
I'm
country.
stressed out just hearing about this.
Yeah.
How could anybody watch that?
Yeah, and you're surrounded by like several hundred screaming children while this is
Yeah.
happening. Yeah.
And
This is
the-
like, I would.
The chief like reads it to you at first.
Yeah.
She just like rattled like the one that we saw. It was like Africa, and she just like names like 15 thing,
Yeah, it was
and
tough.
and the girl's like running. She like didn't even have enough time to like run back and get the next like baton.
Well, and every time you do put down a parking cone, if you're wrong, it plays a loud buzzer. If you're right, a siren goes off and his light starts
I can
spinning.
imagine Ariel doing that as a child, and the first time anything happened, she would have been, "Fuck this, bye."
Sure.
And literally,
Oh.
you would have said that.
But I would have stolen the trip because that's
And
what
then
I
we
do.
get home, and then there'd be like plane tickets.
There'd be
Mhm.
Good for you.
Woo.
Mhm.
Yeah. Oh,
Oh yeah, well, good job on your Indonesia factoids.
yes. So
Wait.
you've won a trip to anywhere.
Let's do one more.
Okay, I want
Oh
to
wait,
go back to
if you get
Indonesia.
this one, okay. Well, don't talk.
Okay.
Oh yeah, that's right. They would have you whisper where you wanted to go to like the person that
You'd
looked
write
like.
it. You'd write it in a dossier. And
Oh
then they
yes,
would, like,
and then
and they would
you
like
be
close the folder and like.
Yeah, and if you
slow it
didn't
down.
win, they would tear it up.
And
Yeah.
the dossier right here. I'm gonna write it down.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
All right. So more Indonesia facts for the final prize for Anne.
All right. We'll make this open-ended because it's like this is a funny one. It's pretty quirky about Indonesia. All right. Indonesians are fanatical about this lawn game, often winning gold medals at the Olympic Games in this sport.
Lawn game?
Yeah,
Bocce?
that's not an Olympic sport.
Oh, golf?
Not golf.
Croquet?
Croquet is not an Olympic sport.
But how many? What the fuck is a lawn game? it's played on a lawn.
Yeah, you've got.
Polo.
Oh.
No.
It's funny when you say it. It has cocks involved.
Oh, cocks involved.
Cocks are involved. Blank.
Fentanyl shooting.
Blank cocks. Blank cocks.
Wait. Oh. Well, not spatchcock because we know that's a full thing.
You're hot on the trail, Gumshoe.
Yes.
I really have no. I actually don't have any.
It's not good. It's bad.
Bad.
Yay!
Okay.
Yeah, Indonesians are fanatical about the game of badminton. Have won.
Isn't it badminton?
Badminton.
Indonesia like 7 times.
Yeah.
I did not know that.
Well, now you know you can bring shuttlecocks there and
Yeah.
they'll
Next
flip
time I
out.
go, instead of bringing candy, I'm bringing
Yeah.
Bring some shuttlecocks.
They've won numerous gold medals in badminton.
Minton.
You
Badminton.
kind of mumble the N, I think.
I used to work with this guy from Moldova who was on a
Oh, I remember
badminton.
him.
Yeah. His name was
It's
Alex.
like scuba
And
diving.
he was like
all that stuff.
badminton.
Was that him?
I don't think so. He really liked badminton though. He was like a professional badminton player. Yeah,
Nice.
Weird.
against the
Okay.
Indonesians. Yeah, he was weird.
As
He also
in,
had too much blood. Apparently.
too much blood.
Yep, that's a story for another time.
That's for the
I'm
medical
gonna ask you
episode.
about that
Yeah.
next time I see you.
Coming up,
Yeah.
we'll do a Grey's Anatomy at some point.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
came back from the doctor. He's like, he goes, "Oh, I know my triceps been hurting. I have too much blood." And we were like, "Okay."
Yeah, I know what that's like though. If you have too much
Yeah.
blood.
It's rough. That's when you bring out the leeches.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Do we have any more Indonesian?
We got to the pretty interesting ones. There's not too much else going on.
I've only been to like the most remote parts of Indonesia. So I've never been. I've been in the airport in Jakarta, but I've not been like to
Oh.
any major cities.
I guess we could ask what again we could do a range for how many islands are there in Indonesia? Is it A, less than 10,000? B,
We should have,
more
like, a
than
clock
10,000?
ticking.
Let's just say, yeah, is it more or less than 10,000
Less.
islands? It's more. There's
It's more.
17,500 islands in Indonesia. That's insane.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I've been to 3 of them.
Which ones?
I don't know. I can look at my passport, but
Okay. What?
you don't really want to know.
So what are 3 things about Indonesia that you want people to know that they might not know? And this could be like fun stuff, you know, what stuff to do when they go there.
Well, those islands, the number of islands is really significant. If you go to Indonesia, and it takes, especially if you're here, it takes a long time to get there, and so it's very unspoiled.
Oh, cool.
You know, it's very. You go to any island, it's surrounded by like pristine beauty, so that's great. The other thing is it's a Muslim country, so be careful when you're in the cities, and wear some sleeves if you're a girl, and if you're drinking, just like you would do.
Oh, wait, is
anywhere in the
drinking
US.
not allowed there?
It's like when I was in the airport, they don't sell any alcohol in the airports. They do in some of the big cities, but you really want to bring your own alcohol if you like to drink. They therefore observe a lot of Muslim holidays. So if you're flying and you like to drink water on the plane and you're flying during Ramadan, bring your own water. So and it's very accepting as a country. Like you can do what you want to do. No, I never felt threatened there, but I've always felt a little out of place. Like they can see my skin, they can see my face, they can see them drinking wine like this and going get me out of this airport. And they have amazing fucking coffee. They have if you like coffee, go. Just go right now. But you'll have to quarantine probably.
Wait, are they the place with the bathtub on the porch a lot?
That was Borneo.
Borneo, okay. Oh, with the hat. Okay.
Borneo is also in a Muslim country, and it's also very alcohol negative, but that's okay because it's sell codeine over the counter. So.
So we're talking to some people on
Also,
Twitch.
Don't try to smuggle
Okay, well,
drugs.
keep talking
They're
then,
really
or if you wanna
strict.
get-
Oh no, that's why
I'm just
that's
saying,
why Dr. Wires.
much like the Philippines, don't try to smuggle drugs into Indonesia because they're very serious about it.
Yeah. Did you
Right,
smuggle
so
drugs?
smuggle it and just wait till you get there and buy them there.
Did you smuggle drugs into Indonesia?
Smell them?
Did you smuggle any drugs?
No, I never do that when I travel, even though my parents did it all the time when we traveled every summer. My dad would go into a drugstore and go, dos, mille, secanol, por favor. And then we would come back to, and he was a doctor, but he was a PhD, and they would just see
So
doctor
is this one.
on his passport. I know.
Nice.
And they would say, they
clever.
would go, okay, and we'd
There's
come back
a
with
hack.
these drop little pills.
Nice.
Um.
Good to know.
Nice or not, it was pretty easy.
Apparently, though, in other countries that don't do a lot of drugs, they don't know like what drugs look like, so they wouldn't like
Right,
apparent.
and that's, I went to Costa Rica, and they sold me like
Hey, frog speaker, what's up?
they sold me a lot of stuff, and
We're
They
talking
really
about
didn't care.
smuggling them into the countries, not out. Out of the countries is like
right,
yeah.
you just don't move drugs back and forth between countries. If they sell it there, you can buy it. If
right.
you don't sell it there, don't bring it.
I'm saying about smuggling it in because I have a friend who's like from China, and he was saying that like they don't know what weed like is there, so he like brings it because they like it's not you're not supposed to have it, but
Be
like
careful.
he's like I don't know whatever.
Okay.
Well, I'm
Yeah.
not
They didn't catch him.
Well, because he said that they wouldn't know like what to look for because
Right.
everyone has that attitude that they're like
And
afraid.
in Indonesia and
Yeah.
various other countries I've been to, the whole no bringing liquids on planes, they do not care. Nobody wants to blow them up because they're not like universal terrorists like we are. So you can go into an airport where in a country where they don't really want you to drink, but you could have like your whole suitcase be lined with wine, and they're fine with it.
Yeah.
No one's blowing up planes in those countries. I wonder why. Because they're not bullying the entire freaking world.
Ooh, true.
That's
True.
my opinion about why.
Well,
Yeah. I'm like
There's
I'm like,
extremists.
sure.
There's extremists everywhere. They don't necessarily blow up planes, but
Yes. So we're gonna
Okay.
let's see if another person wants to travel with us.
Oh, I would love to see that. So
Yeah,
I
before the end of
have-
before Instagram times us out.
let's do it.
Oh,
Marathon.
and I'm watching her Twitch chat as well.
The
So
Twitch.
what's super illegal in China? I just read that.
Apparently,
America.
marijuana. Now that since you were both so
Okay.
casual about it,
Oh, why?
Yeah.
you're gonna
Yeah,
get
but you know what's not illegal? Morphine. Okay.
What? Okay.
Um,
All right. Too soon.
weed. Yeah. something
later,
like that.
I'll
Okay.
be watching and enjoying.
All right. Let's spin the globe. We'll spin the globe.
Where are we
through.
going next?
Woo! Okay. There we go. Yeah, that's the other thing the globe would spin. So yeah, if anyone, we have we got a bunch of minutes left in this hour.
Yeah, let's get someone on here and
Um,
talk about travel.
Yeah, would someone like to go live with us, talk about travel, play some geography trivia?
Earth Rich Bros seems to know
Yeah.
about the drug laws in China. So that might be
Yeah.
interesting to-
Yep.
to talk about this.
Just send a request, or we'll request you if you want to say in the chat.
Or we could check in with Richard.
Yeah.
See what's up.
Yep. So if anyone wants to check in, and we're also talking about where in the world is Carmen Sandiego, which
So we're
Twitch-
talking about heists and
Heists.
geography.
geography. Oh, you're topless right now.
Oh, okay.
Definitely go live with
No.
us.
Somebody stole
You're
your
crying. I'm like,
clothes.
yeah, we're crying too. What's
Mhm.
well? I mean, you can tell us your favorite place to travel to. Yes, a rain check. This is also a rain poncho.
Nice.
I
Okay.
believe. I think there's
We will.
a hood.
Yeah, we will be back in the next hour as well. We'll
So
be
yeah,
around until
look,
about 10
look.
if you're able to procure a shirt.
This rain check. Yes, absolutely. We would love to have you go live with us. We're gonna do this for another hour. New Orleans and Trinidad.
Well, this is
Ooh.
great.
Some great music comes out of there too.
But yeah,
I've been to Jamaica.
Bourbon Street is
You've been to New Orleans.
depending where you go, is either
and NYC.
Yeah.
Which is where
NYC the best.
Yeah, which is where's NYC? Oh my God, is it
Statue
not
of Liberty's
okay?
over there.
I was like, is
Small
it not
map.
represented? Gag. Okay, wait. Yeah, you see,
We have
there's
a
the
picture
Statue
of
of
the
Liberty.
most. Yeah, this ship is the weirdest ship. You can't really see it there, but it's sort of like a Chinese junk, and then there's part of a battleship, like the tower from like a giant battleship there. It's wild.
Well, because okay, so can I just this
Yeah.
is supposed to look like the game, like the box of Carmen Sandiego, like the game, because like that's how the box looks when you get it. It's like
still drones and trim with that.
Yeah.
Go check it out someday.
Bourbon Street. Oh, we want to hear about that for sure.
Yeah, that sounds like a wild.
Yeah, a 6-year-old on Bourbon Street. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, the jazz must have been fantastic.
Have you been to New Orleans? Have you been there?
I've been there twice.
New Orleans. Is that how you're supposed to say it?
Yeah. No, I've been twice. Once for a physics conference, which happened to be, it was in early March, which happened to coincide with 3/11 Day. And the band 3/11, I guess for years and years, has been celebrating March 11th by having a giant concert in New Orleans. Yeah, that's been their thing. Well,
Knowledge.
So it was a ton of like drunk 3/11 super fans all wandering around Bourbon Street like that week, which was really funny. And then I went another time, even earlier than that, with some friends in college for spring break.
The most
we
festivals
drove
in the
there.
world. Oh, I didn't know that. There's a fact. There's
Yeah.
an.
I drove there from DC, and it was like.
It was fun.
It was fun.
Did you get any Mardi Gras beads? That's a dumb question. I heard how dumb it was when I started asking it.
When you ask them, did you get Mardi Gras? And you're like, they sell them everywhere.
Well, no,
Absolutely
because I'm
everywhere.
like, it wasn't Mardi Gras when you went.
No, they're still the tourists on
okay.
Bourbon Street. Like
Ooh,
they
thank you.
they sell them by like the 100 pound bag at the airport or whatever, and like yeah, tourists are just throwing beads and like showing.
Did
their
you
tits.
show your
Like,
tits? Did
yeah,
you show your?
totally showed. All like year round basically. They just like pretend it's like Mardi Gras.
Oh, that's so cool! I love that. I wish
Or,
New
like-
York. What does New York pretend that it is all year
That's what like
round?
Times Square is, right? It sort of. I don't know what Times Square is, but it
You would
is
get
that.
some beads. We'd throw some beads at you right now.
Times Square is whatever it is all year round, much like Bourbon Street, right?
Yeah, but like, no.
Right? Times Square is basically like New Year's in Times Square.
No, it's not. No, it's not. New
Yeah.
Year's in Times Square sucks.
Yeah, so does Times Square. It's a
But does the
bunch of assholes like
Just-
being cold and yelling, going to Guy Fieri's restaurant or whatever.
the
like,
M&M
year-round.
store?
Going to the M&M store and FAO Schwartz, I guess.
FAO Schwartz is closed.
Oh, okay. But anyway, year
Not
round.
because of the pandemic,
That's-
just because of bankruptcy.
That's
Too
travel.
many big teddy bears, not enough space.
That's traveling to New York.
The guys
Yeah.
in the bad
Guys in
costumes.
bad costumes.
Oh my gosh, my friend was one of those people.
And like billboards and a bunch of like bright lights, and then and then Broadway's like not too far away. So right there with it.
Oh yeah, it's always Broadway and Broadway.
We're getting off track. Let's talk
True.
Let's talk
Well,
about some
we're
ice
about-
and
should
some
we-
capers. We gotta no.
we
got a
do,
little
but
more
then
time.
it'll allow us to like
Can we-
reset. I guess we should.
I think we can.
Yeah. No.
I
well,
don't know if Chelsea fires for you. We could slip.
We
Those weed
could.
trucks. Oh yeah, the weed trucks too.
this sort of the WeChat. This smell like.
And street drummers. Yeah,
Yeah.
that too. All the like the street performers in like Times Square.
Oh my God! Wait. Okay. There was that
Yeah,
cool
like
dude
year-round.
with the statue in Washington Square Park. What is he called? The
Yes.
world's miniaturist statue.
Miniature statue guy.
Yeah.
Washington Square.
Yeah, FAO
Okay.
Schwartz it was on it was right near the plaza on like 59th Street.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, I see. So it's more like Central Park.
Yeah. Talking like you from New York. You
So,
there's requirements to being from
oh,
New
okay.
York.
You need to know where FAO Schwartz is. Yeah, on like
Mhm.
Billionaires Row or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I used to when I was little I used to go have tea at the plaza with my mom.
Nice.
Be like Eloise.
Did you ever steal anything from the plaza?
Absolutely. Times Square is full of beautiful meth houses. It's true. The most
Beautiful
beautiful
meth
ones. Yeah, because they had got all that selfie lighting on their You're just like, oh, you're so gaunt. Are you a model? And then like they smile at you, and you're like, no.
Well, yeah. If no one else go live, I'll tell the story of my most adventurous travel.
Yes, do that. Okay, and then we'll take a little.
Okay, so I'll summarize real quick. But in 2009, I believe, I drove with some friends from London to Mongolia. So from London, England to Ulaanbaatar, Mongolia, it was 10,000 miles. So across all of Europe and Asia, and we did it in. Yeah, show them on the map. You get the magnifying glass. You can really zoom in there. We did Earth Rich Grow. We do this. This is every Wednesday from 8 to 10.
Yeah, and then we have a rave every Saturday. That's gonna be travel themed. Woo! Okay. Which is from 9:30 to 11:30. The rave.
You're gonna show them what the.
So wait, where is the trip? Where is the trip?
London. Go find London, England.
Oh God. This is so difficult. This is so small. Okay, all right. So from like around here to...
Yeah, and so now go... You're in Africa.
No, this is... Oh, there's London. Sorry. All right.
Northern Hemisphere. Okay, so now you then basically... You got to cross the channel. You take your ice cream truck. We're driving in an ice cream truck.
Okay, go
this
way.
Yeah, you drive it onto the channel, cross the English Channel, drive north along the coast of France... Go into... Well, I don't know why you're in Africa again. Tilt the globe.
I love Africa. I love it. You can... Okay.
Okay. If you're from Africa, why aren't you black? Oh my God, you can't just ask people.
Yeah. Oh God,
so yeah, you drive along the coast of France, go to New Amsterdam in Holland, and then you head east. You get to the Czech Republic.
Bad. Okay. Yes. All right. Okay. I'm in Africa again. God. Oh, I would so lose this game. Okay. Yeah, and then?
Okay, so then you're in the Czech Republic. You then, you spend the night at a castle. You have a cool party.
Cool, doing that. All right.
All right, so now you're going to head kind of southeast and, like, cross Europe. So you're going to go through, like, Hungary and through Germany.
All right, I think that's what this is.
Yeah, you,
It's back, I know.
I mean, you're already out of Europe there. All right, then you hit, like, kind of Eastern Europe. You head south. You go through, like, Romania.
Okay. I'm just going to put my finger there.
You go through Bulgaria, and then you get into Turkey, basically.
Okay, there's Turkey.
And then you get Istanbul. So that's after you've now done 1 week of travel. Woo! Yeah, right there on the Bosphorus. The
so, like, we've gone from
border between Europe and Asia.
There to there.
So now you're in Turkey. Yeah.
Yep.
And then you hang out in Turkey for a couple days. Then you drive across the north coast of Turkey along the Black Sea.
Oh God. Okay.
Then
all right.
Then things get a little crazy because you have options then, right? So if you're not an American and a bunch of people on this like road rally, the Mongol rally it's called, if you want to look it up out there. But if you're on the rally, if you're not American, you can go through Iran, which is cool. But as an American, you do not go to Iran because they might kidnap you and hold you as a political hostage. And yeah, so you also like can't go at that time in 2009. The border between Georgia and Russia was closed because they just had a war. It's probably still closed. Nobody's friends with Russia. So anyway, you can't cross this border because it's now like probably has landmines all over. So instead, what you do is you get across Turkey, you go into Georgia. Delicious shish kebab in Georgia, as you know, the sheshlik, fantastic.
Yes.
Just on the side of the highway.
This is all in an ice cream truck, too.
In an ice cream truck. And then you drive into Azerbaijan. Then you cross the Caspian Sea on, like, easily a 30-year-old, like, Soviet ferry. It must have been 40 years old. Anyway, this thing is, like, super rusted out ferry. It's insanely hot. You cross the Caspian.
It's sexy. What's
you get
wrong
to Turkmenistan.
with being sexy?
Turkmenistan, second only to North Korea in terms of, like, control over their citizens. It was crazy.
Yeah.
So
but okay, so how far did you get? How far did you get?
So anyway, Turkmenistan crossed through a bunch of other Soviet republics, and then sadly the truck broke down and the radiator blew out in Tajikistan.
So, and how far away were you?
So we were still. That's the thing. It's not like we were just almost there. We were still like 2,000 miles away. We still had to get through Kazakhstan. So
Kazakhstan.
So I never made it to Kazakhstan. So I did make it. We did take a. What did we do? We took a plane on like Siberian Airlines
Wait, but you wanted
into
to.
Siberia to
Didn't
put.
you want to fix the thing, and then like your friends didn't want?
I had a falling
You
out
too?
with my teammates on the Mongol rally with the ice cream truck. By the
Yeah.
way, ice cream trucks, it turns out, when we priced it out, they take the ice cream out at night. Because we were like, can we bring real ice cream? Would this work?
Yeah.
And it was like, okay, look, they don't even have 120
What
volt
was your truck
outlets
called?
in Europe and Asia. It was the Rolling Cones. That was the team.
Yep.
Let me get the picture.
Yes.
Of
And
the
this
vehicle.
this story is actually why.
This is actually how I filled out my last passport. I got every page got a stamp on it, and then I got
was
a new
gonna say
passport.
it's actually why. It's actually how you got me to meet up with you in person to go on a date with you.
Oh, okay. It wasn't my. I was wearing this outfit in my profile picture.
Yeah, I mean, no, I would have, but like it was like because in Dr. Wires's like profile thing, it was like most interesting thing, and it was like I've gone to like Mongolia in an ice cream truck, and I was like, tell me that story, and he was like, no, there's far too many hand gestures. I need to show you in person.
That's a picture.
So here,
Yeah, you can kind of see it.
that's the rolling.
That's our
Cones.
truck. That's our big pink ice cream truck with the green trim.
Yeah. Sexy.
This is some of the guys in the channel. We're in like that's in the channel. You drive your like vehicle onto a train. Yeah, there's rolling cones surfing on top of it. You drive to the channel.
Yes.
This is
we
a great
did meet
photo
on a
with
dating site.
me in the passenger seat in front of the Hagia Sophia in Turkmenistan.
Oh wow. Oh wow. Oh wow.
There's another really great one in Uzbekistan.
Did you just
in front
Google
of
like
a
rolling
cool-
cones? Is that?
Yeah, I don't. Well, I
That's
save
awesome.
these photos.
We met on.
Oh, and
OK-
that's us in
oh,
front of the Soviet ferry that took us across the Caspian Sea in the parking lot. It was like 120 degrees Fahrenheit. It was insanely hot.
That's hot. Oh yeah, so we met on OkCupid.
Oh,
It's
that's
the
hot.
first and only online date that I have ever been upon.
Yeah.
Ooh, we don't have that much.
We're gonna time out.
You're
in
gonna
2
time
minutes
out.
there.
So we're gonna take a moment. I'm gonna steal more stuff, and then we'll be back in.
You're gonna go steal more stuff. We'll go
Yes.
live with people. We promise to do more trivia and hand out
Yes.
more crime bucks.
Yeah, we got so much crime bucks to hand out.
We got so much
So
crime
yeah,
bucks.
just tune in when you see us go live again. It'll be about in 5 minutes.
We'll see you in a little bit, gumshoes.
Wait, do the thing, do the.
What do they say?
Woo.
On what do they say in Carmen Sandiego?
It's always like an alliteration. It's like you clinch the caper of the case. Good job. All right, we'll see you soon.
Quarantine the question block. Oh. Everybody out there on Twitch,
Bye,
we're going to take a little 5-minute
Twitch.
break
5
to post
minutes.
the Instagram, and so we'll be back shortly.
Nice.
Stop streaming.